I agreed to donate bone marrow to a dying child I'd never met. Halfway through the paperwork, the doctor froze and asked, "Why does her DNA list you as her parent?" I stared at the screen, my brain refusing to process what she just said. "That's impossible. I don't have kids." The doctor turned the monitor toward me. There it was, 99.7% parental match with a 7-year-old named Lily. My hands started shaking. I'd signed up for the bone marrow registry 5 years ago after my coworker's kid died waiting for a donor. When they called saying I was a match, I didn't hesitate. But this made no sense. The nurse brought in Lily's file, born August 2017. My mind raced back, summer 2016. I was dating Vanessa. We broke up that fall when she moved across the country for grad school. I pulled out my phone with trembling fingers and found her number. It rang 4 times before she picked up. "Is there something you need to tell me?" I said, my voice barely steady. Long silence. Then, "How did you find out?" My stomach dropped. "So it's true?" She started crying. "I found out I was pregnant 2 weeks after we broke up. You were finally getting your life together, starting your business. I didn't want to ruin that. So you just what? Kept my daughter a secret for 7 years?" I was going to tell you, but then she got sick, and her voice cracked. "I couldn't watch you meet her just to lose her." I hung up and told the doctor I needed 24 hours before the procedure. I drove straight to Vanessa's address from the hospital records. When she opened the door, I barely recognized her. She looked exhausted, like she hadn't slept in months. "Can I see her?" I asked. She nodded and led me inside. But as we walked down the hallway, I noticed something on the mantle that made my blood run cold. Wedding photos, recent ones. Vanessa saw me staring. That's my husband Trevor. We got married 3 years ago. Does he know?" I asked quietly. She looked at the floor. "He thinks Lily is his." Before I could respond, a man walked in from the kitchen. Tall, athletic, probably mid-30s. He froze when he saw me. "Vanessa? Who's this?" She went pale. "Trevor, this is the bone marrow donor." He smiled, relief flooding his face. "Oh, thank God. We've been praying someone would be a match." He walked over and shook my hand firmly. "I can't tell you what this means to us, to our daughter." Our daughter. I felt sick. Vanessa's eyes begged me to stay quiet, and like an idiot I did. Because what was I supposed to say? Destroy this man's entire world while his kid was dying? The transplant happened 3 days later. Trevor stayed by my side the whole time, thanking me, calling me a hero. Every word felt like a knife. I spent every visiting hour in Lily's room. Trevor was always there too, holding her hand, reading to her, being the father I should have been. One afternoon, while Trevor went to get coffee, Lily looked at me with those eyes, my eyes, and said, "You look like me." I smiled sadly. "Yeah, I guess I do. My dad says you're an angel." "Are you?" Before I could answer, I heard Trevor's voice from the doorway. "Hey buddy, can we talk outside?" My heart stopped. He knew. We walked to an empty waiting room. Trevor closed the door and turned to